In a world where power and wealth dictate every move, one man stands untouchably, a cold, ruthless CEO who keeps everyone at arm's length, especially women. But what happens when a forgotten girl, abandoned by her family and clinging to hope, shatters his icy fortress? Dive into this gripping tale of unexpected love, shocking betrayals, and a heart-wrenching journey that will leave you breathless. Subscribe now to unlock this emotional roller coaster and discover how a poor girl's courage tames the untamable. In the heart of New York City, where skyscrapers pierced the heavens and ambition was the currency of survival, Alexander Kane reigned supreme as the enigmatic CEO of Kane Enterprises, a conglomerate that controlled half the city's economy. At 35, Alexander was a man carved from ice. His piercing gray eyes and chiseled features intimidated all who dared approach, and his reputation for ruthless efficiency was matched only by his absolute refusal to let any woman near his heart. Rumors swirled about his past, a betrayal by a lover, a family tragedy, or perhaps just a man too consumed by power to care for affection. Whatever the truth, Alexander was a fortress, impenetrable and solitary, his life a meticulously controlled empire of boardrooms and late-night deals. Women threw themselves at him, models, heiresses, actresses, but he dismissed them all with a glance that could freeze fire. His penthouse, a sterile masterpiece of glass and steel, was his sanctuary, devoid of warmth or personal touch, much like the man himself. Yet, fate has a way of upending even the most fortified lives, and Alexander's would soon collide with someone he never saw coming. Lily Harper, a 23-year-old nobody, abandoned by her family and scraping by in the shadows of the city he ruled. Lily was the antithesis of everything Alexander stood for: a poor, unassuming, with no connections or prospects, her only possessions a tattered coat and a stubborn will to survive. She'd grown up in a crumbling Brooklyn tenement, the youngest of 3 siblings, until her parents, overwhelmed by debt and despair, cast her out at 18, claiming she was a burden they could no longer bear. Her siblings, too, turned their backs, chasing their own dreams and leaving Lily to fend for herself. She worked odd jobs, waitressing, cleaning, delivering packages, and never complaining, her warm brown eyes holding a quiet resilience that belied her fragile frame. One freezing December evening, as snow blanketed the city, Lily's life took a turn she could never have predicted. Exhausted from a double shift at a diner, she was trudging through Manhattan's elite district, her thin shoes soaked, when she stumbled upon a sleek black car stranded on the side of the road, its hood up and a man in a tailored coat cursing under his breath. It was Alexander Kane, his driver nowhere in sight, grappling with a flat tire in the biting cold. Most would have kept walking, intimidated by his aura, but Lily, driven by an instinct to help, approached. "Need a hand?" she asked, her voice soft but steady. Alexander's head snapped up, his glare enough to send anyone running, but Lily held her ground, unfazed. "I've fixed worse," she added, kneeling by the tire before he could protest. Her fingers, red from the cold, worked deftly, and within minutes, the tire was changed, her hands smudged with grease. Alexander, unaccustomed to kindness without motive, stared at her, searching for an angle. "What do you want?" he demanded, his tone sharp. Lily shrugged, wiping her hands on her coat. "Nothing, just didn't want you stuck out here." She turned to leave, but Alexander, intrigued despite himself, called out, "Your name?" She glanced back, a faint smile on her lips. Lily, that encounter should have been the end of it, but Alexander found himself haunted by her lack of pretense, her quiet strength. Days later, he tracked her down, using his vast resources to find the diner where she worked. He offered her a job at Kane Enterprises, claiming it was repayment for her help, though in truth, he was drawn to the mystery of her. Lily, wary but desperate for stability, accepted, starting as a low-level assistant in his towering headquarters. Her presence was like a spark in his sterile world as she brought coffee with a smile, organized files with meticulous care, and never flinched under his icy demeanor. Colleagues whispered about her, assuming she was another fleeting fascination, but Lily was different. She didn't fawn over Alexander or seek his approval, she simply did her job, her warmth thawing the edges of his guarded heart. As weeks turned to months, Alexander found excuses to keep her near late-night projects, Unnecessary meetings at each interaction revealing more of Lily's past, her family's betrayal, her struggle to survive, her refusal to let bitterness consume her. He admired her resilience, though he'd never admit it, and began to soften, sharing rare glimpses of his own guarded self. He told her of his mother, who died when he was young, and a father whose cruelty shaped his distrust of others. Lily listened, never judging, her empathy a balm to wounds he didn't know he carried. Their connection deepened, unspoken but undeniable, until a company gala changed everything. Lily, in a borrowed dress, outshone every socialite in the room, her natural grace drawing Alexander's attention like never before. He asked her to dance, a move that stunned the crowd, and as they moved together, the world faded away. For the first time, Alexander felt something he'd long buried, hope. But fate is rarely kind to those who dare to feel. Enter Vanessa Reed, a stunning heiress and Alexander's former fiancé copyrightee, who had left him years ago for a richer man but now wanted him back. Vanessa, manipulative and cunning, saw Lily as a threat and devised a plan to tear them apart. She befriended Lily under false pretenses, feeding her lies about Alexander's past, claiming he'd ruined countless lives, including hers, and that his interest in Lily was a cruel game. Lily, already scarred by betrayal, began to doubt, her trust in Alexander wavering. Vanessa's schemes escalated when she leaked a fabricated story to the press, painting Lily as a gold digger seducing the CEO for his wealth. The scandal erupted, and Lily, humiliated, quit her job and vanished, leaving Alexander reeling. He searched for her, his cold exterior cracking as he realized how much she meant to him. Weeks later, he found her in a rundown shelter, thinner and paler but still defiant. "I don't belong in your world," she told him, her voice breaking. But Alexander, for the first time, bared his soul. "You are my world," he confessed, his voice raw. He revealed the truth about Vanessa, exposing her lies, and begged Lily to give him a chance. She hesitated, her heart torn, but his sincerity broke through. They rebuilt their bond, stronger this time, and Alexander publicly declared his love, silencing the rumors. Yet, the twists weren't over. Lily's estranged family resurfaced, drawn by her connection to Alexander's wealth. Her parents, now destitute, demanded forgiveness, while her siblings schemed to exploit her. Lily, torn between loyalty and self-preservation, faced them with Alexander by her side. He offered them a choice: leave Lily in peace or face his wrath. They chose the former, slinking away, and Lily finally found closure, realizing her true family was the one she'd built with Alexander. In a final twist, Vanessa, desperate for revenge, attempted to sabotage Kane Enterprises, planting evidence of corporate fraud. But Lily, now a trusted confidant, uncovered the plot, using her quick wit to turn the tables. Vanessa was exposed, her reputation ruined, and Alexander's empire saved. In the aftermath, he proposed to Lily atop his penthouse, the city glittering below. "You tamed me," he whispered, and she laughed, replying, "Maybe we tamed each other." They married in a quiet ceremony, surrounded by a few loyal friends, proving that even the coldest hearts could find warmth in the most unexpected places. Their love, forged in hardship and tested by betrayal, became a beacon of hope, showing that sometimes, the poorest souls hold the richest hearts.